Merry Christmas from the Brown family. Christmas is for gathering friends and family now.
Christmas is for Christmas cards and laughter right out loud.
But it wouldn't be like Christmas if you weren't here with me, so we could share another Christmas tree. Christmas is for thinking back to Christmas long ago.
Christmas Eve and hunting for that treasure in the snow.
Streaming lights and bells that shine, and the lights of red and green, so we can share another Christmas tree. Christmas is a song in birth,
The one I sing to you.
Christmas is of peace and joy,
And stolen moments too.
Christmas is a miracle, a gift for you and me, so we can share another Christmas tree. So we can share another Christmas tree. I want to share another Christmas tree.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Lynn Brown and his daughter Amy. What nice ambiance behind you for that. I imagine you had to put some thought into that background, but very good. It looks like that is his daughter Amy. I just got that from the comments, so that's all I know. Welcome. I see a few people showed up. Surprise, surprise. It's still happening. So nothing planned for today. Let me get this show going. Let me get a link put up here. What surprised me today is actually Thursday. And I was thinking it was Wednesday for some reason. It's how the weeks slip by, how they just slip on by. So, how's it going today? What's a good topic? What do you want to talk about? Communities are starting to open up. I think a mall in Chico opened today. I was wondering what you thought about that. And if I have a background behind me, and I'm wondering if somebody could recognize the background behind me. It's from the 50s, I'll tell you that. It's from the 50s. So who wants to come on up? Because I've just about said all I have to say for the day. I don't have any plans. I'm going to try to keep this to an hour. And I'm going to kind of do my best. That's not the Middle East. No. Nope. Wrong. Someone should recognize that. I think Khaki will probably recognize it if she shows up. So, hey, David, how are you? and Lynn and Jennifer and Janice. Welcome to the show. The beauty of the internet is you can actually, as opposed to television, you can actually see who's watching. And I can't see unless you comment. So I always appreciate the comments, especially if they're very complimentary. And if you do complimentary, Dave Jagger's right on the money. What's the cross street? What's the cross street on that one? Yeah, you get on the marquee a lot. You know, the little banner underneath the picture. If you give me a nice compliment. I'm not looking for any, by the way, but you will be rewarded. Hey Donnie, how are you today? You're right, it is E Street, but can you even get a little, Dave Jagger got that one right, but can you even get a little more specific on the cross street? I'm sure one of you will get that. Not 5th. I don't think it's 5th. I don't think it's 5th. But anyhow, what's going on today? Who wants to come up and take me out of the hot seat and get yourself in the hot seat? I have a couple of Otter Pops on deck. I'm well stocked. It is 4th and E Street in San Bernardino. I think 1955 is what my guess is. And that classic blue Ford truck, I think, was probably new. Isn't it? Boy, wouldn't one of those be nice to put together and restore? No, Cac, it's 4th and E. That's what it was labeled, anyways. So, come on now. What's going on? Yeah, the Merc. Yep. Lynn Brown's been on that street a couple of times. I'm sure of that. Wasn't that a thing to cruise E Street? To cruise E Street. That was a thing. People from Fontana, I think, used to go cruise E Street. Yeah, that was the thing in Southern California, or in that area, in the Inland Empire. Isn't E Street where the first McDonald's was? Was that also E Street was McDonald's the first McDonald's on E Street? I think it was, but I'm not sure. It's been so long since I've been on E Street, I can hardly remember it. Good deal, Lynn. You'll have to make a video of that or an MP3 file, and we'll play it on the show. Oh, no one wants to come up today. This can be a real nice short day. I'm going to stay through 2 Otter Pops. That's my time limit. McDonald's, was that on E Street, 14th and E? I remember going to that McDonald's when I was a little kid, and you could watch through the window and watch them make the French fries. I think hamburgers were 15 cents or 20 cents a piece. Boy, those. I guess this will be a little bit of a mystery. Wow. Louis Blue. Interesting. So you're just going to do this to me today? Someone usually has a little bit of mercy. We're 10 minutes into this bad boy. And I'm way past my bedtime. Somebody usually has some mercy. Let me drop that link again. Go have fun, Lynn. Play with your machine. Get that thing, do another good multi-track on your little gadget. Did you work at a soda jerk? Were you a soda jerk at McDonald's? Oh, that's you're playing Jeopardy with me now. I don't know what blue it is. It's just a blue one. I don't even know what the flavor of blue is, to be honest with you. But I got you. I got you, Dave. Well, we're disappointing 12 people right now. So come on now. Work with this old man. Work. Work. I would, but you're not. Sorry, Jennifer. Sorry you're not feeling well today. And it's no worries. Oh, okay. A drugstore where the cook for McDonald's worked. I gotcha. So there's some family history tied to the beginning of McDonald's, which I'm pretty darn sure started in San Bernardino. The first one that looks like that, anyways. Well, see, you're causing, it's not me. Somebody, the people who aren't coming up are causing the people to leave. I'm not taking responsibility. There we go. Thank you, Aunt Sis. Thank you, Aunt Sis. Let's see if I can put you on and we can share some screen time. Oh, look at that.
Can you see me? Because I don't see my own picture.
I don't see your picture either.
So I have to go out and try it again, huh?
Try that again.
All right.
I'll remove you. I did that. Anybody's birthday today? I'm sure it's someone's birthday today, but anybody watching or know somebody who has a birthday today? Or would you like to type in a topic? A topic. Well, here we go. Well, who's that? Who are you, young man? What's your name?
Gavin.
Do you remember me?
How are you today, Patrick?
How are you today?
Very good. You sound like you're underwater, though. What's going on?
Can you hear? Here, take your fingers off the speaker. Oh, probably maybe because it's plugged in. Here, hold it like there. Is that better?
Still, you're a little lagging. You're a little lagging. Okay, Dave, I'll change my glasses. It doesn't say Dave. It just doesn't have a name. I got the cheap version. It's funny, I got to use my regular glasses to read and my readers to see far away. My eyes must be really bad. She named 10 of my chickens. I don't think I have 10 chickens, Donnie. I have 10 baby ducks. She has 10 baby ducks. That's probably what you're seeing in there today. I think they're 11 days old, 10 days old. Yeah, I think, Gavin, you locked up. So I'm going to take you off the screen and try to come back on, if you would. Try to come back on. So if you told her chickens, you might have to change them from cluck or something like that because they're little ducks, but I don't know what their genders are at this point. And is it fair to prejudge an animal by their gender? I don't know. Come on, I've been going, there we go. Drop that link because I'm beginning to stink. I think grandma, that was one of grandma's sayings. Companies like fish. After 3 days, it begins to stink. Yeah, that's what grandma used to say. I think I stayed a long time. I overstayed my 3 days. So, there's Gavin again. Let's see if we can get this little gangster on here. He's looking really tough. What's up, Gavin?
Hi. Nothing.
What'd you do today?
Not much. You?
Yeah, I did a fair amount. I did a little run around, shipped some packages out.
Nice.
My normal. Took care of my baby ducks. Have you seen my baby ducks yet?
Yes.
Yes.
Seen them today.
Kind of cute, huh?
Mhm.
Are you going to come up and see me this summer?
Here's the names of the baby ducks, and I want you to read them to Patrick.
Okay.
I'll write them out for you really big so you can read them to Patrick.
Tell them we're going to come this weekend, but it's raining.
So I'm figuring you're probably at Donnie's right now, right?
Mhm.
Swimming in the pool.
Mm-mm.
No swimming today?
Too cold.
Too cold.
Oh, it's good for you for cold.
Mm.
So are you a good reader?
Mhm.
Can you read those names?
She's still writing them down.
Oh, okay. Do you miss school? You know, I posted a bunch of experiments today that you could do at home. You should ask your grandma or your mom or your dad to help.
I saved him so he could look at them later.
There's some pretty good ones in there, actually.
Yeah, there was.
You should try them experiments.
Okay, he's got names ready to read.
Those are for your duckies.
For the
your little
ducks.
baby ducklings.
Duck
Why do I have
names.
to write them?
Because Charlie named them, and she wanted to tell Patrick what the names of them are.
Okay. Number 1, Buffy. Number 2, Murphy. Number 3, Peach. Number 4, Stella. Number 5, Spike. Number 6,
Nightingale.
Nightingale. Number 7, Daisy. Number 8, Pearl. Number 9,
Coraline. Oh, Coraline.
Coraline. Number 10, Teddy.
Teddy. Okay, well, that sounds like a fair mix of girl. You're a pretty good reader.
Thank you.
You read books all by yourself?
No. Kind of.
Yes, you do.
You should get a good book. Tell your grandma to get you a good book and read it. Do you like to write?
I like to type.
You like to type?
Mhm.
Type stories?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to okay, your homework assignment. Are you ready?
Wait, I have homework?
There's already too much homework. We're dying right now of homework.
You got homework. I want you to write a story,
On here.
but what do you want to write it about? You get to pick what to write it about. What do you want to write it about?
Horror.
Horror. Good spirits.
What? What was that?
Horror?
Horror? Like scary?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're how long is it going to take?
A while.
2 days?
No, probably like a week. It's hard to write. It's hard to figure out what to type.
Okay, well I tell you what, you can start the story, and in 2 days I want to hear a little bit of it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's your homework assignment.
Okay.
Is that a deal?
Sure.
And then I want you to do one experiment that's on the video because there's a whole bunch.
Then we're going back.
That's a lot of pressure for the parents, Patrick.
That's okay. One experiment and one story. Is that a deal?
One experiment, one part of the story, because 2 days isn't long enough for me.
That's right. You're right. You're right. You got to just start the story.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a deal?
Jesus, now I gotta go home.
Sure.
and do a fucking
What
experiment.
would be a good reward? What would be a good reward for doing that?
$20.
No way. That's an expensive reward.
A green bicycles hat.
I already have
Oh.
a bicycle.
You've got a bicycle hat.
I'll think of something. You
Oh,
could
that.
you do the experiment and then you start the story and then I'll think of something.
I
Okay?
need a new hat.
Yeah, I do too. Look at this one, how old it is.
20 years old.
10 at least.
Oh, I was 10 off.
10 at least. So what's up? You like being on TV?
No.
Hi.
Yeah, I just want to tell Gavin a little trick to writing.
Sis.
Sis.
Gavin's going to write a story.
Hi.
Hi, Gavin. I just want to tell you a little trick for writing is
Hi.
when you go to write, whatever you're writing about, pretend you're reading it.
Sometimes things.
Pretend you're reading it in a book and then write down what you're reading. Anyway, that's what I do. It helps me.
If you leave, you can go
If
back.
I'm writing about a person or a tree or anything, I just pretend I'm imagining how another writer would say it, and I pretend I'm reading it, and I start writing it. Anyway, he's gone. Doesn't matter.
No, it does. He's listening.
He's listening.
I'm trying to frame myself up. Nice squared off. What's up, guys? What's up, sis?
I love that picture you have, Dave. That brings back a lot of memories.
You remember that street?
Downtown San Bernardino, and there's the Ritz Theater. A lot of adventures down there in my childhood. Probably, yeah, same era. That looks like it's probably mid-50s.
Yeah. Remember, we used to go there for 25 cents and watch 2, 3 movies and 3 or 4 cartoons in between the movies.
We'd be there all day for 25 cents.
Yeah, all day long. Mom
First,
would
we'd
take
go
us there.
across the street to Thrifty, get 3 candy bars for a dime. And then we'd go back across the street to the Ritz or the West Coast Theater. The West Coast is a block further down. You can't see it on that picture. I met a famous person right inside the Ritz there one time, 1970.
Who'd you meet?
Were they more famous than this one?
Well, not that famous because probably half the people wouldn't know who she is. Do you ever hear of Susan Anton?
Yeah.
Okay, I met her in the lobby of the Ritz Theater.
Wasn't she a playmate?
She was, and she was an actress and a singer in mostly Broadway shows. She was friends with Lori, and Lori and I was at the Ritz one night, and Susan was there with her boyfriend.
Hi, Gavin.
Hi.
There he
You
is.
Do you need a way to start your story?
Yes.
Like you need a word, we could say, once upon a time, long ago. Then Joe, you put in another line. Then Gavin.
Well, what's the story going to be about? Does he have a subject?
He
It's
said he
horror.
wanted it to be scary.
Scary story.
I already started one on my mom's.
It was a cold, rainy night.
Oh yeah.
First, describe your setting. It was cold, rainy night. I was home alone that night. Describe a scary setting before you start talking about what's happening.
It was thundering and lightning, and the power had gone off in the house, and all I had was candles.
There was 2 other people at home, and when the lightning and thunder went off, I went to look for them. Nobody was there. They were gone. Now you got a story. What happened to them? How'd they disappear on a rainy night?
Ooh, that's a good one.
I think Gavin might be the one popping. Okay, guys, let him do the story. Come on.
Me and Sis can do it.
Ideas.
Send and Pat out.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
We'll write this
Type
baby
it on
for
up,
you.
Gavin. Type it up.
Write this for me.
Yeah.
Wait, I might not get what I want if I don't write it myself.
What grade are you in, Gavin?
3rd.
3rd grade. When you get done with yours, could you go and help Aubrey with her math? She needs some help with math homework. The adding. She needs to learn to add numbers.
Oh, that's easy.
What's your best subject, Gavin? What are you strongest at?
What's your best subject?
Reading?
Yes.
Report card.
Reading.
I think reading.
Reading.
Yeah, I think reading.
Not recess.
That's not a subject. That's a break time.
I
That's
know.
break time.
That's a
I
break.
know, I was teasing you.
That's a break from your subjects.
So are you reading any chapter books right now?
I started my Hello Neighbor book.
Okay. Have you read any Harry Potters?
In second grade I started reading one, but then I couldn't finish it.
Too hard.
It's really long. They're really long.
Yeah, well, keep on it. Maybe by fourth grade you'll finish it. Keep reading.
Ah,
I can't wait to hear your story when you finish it.
I know. Tomorrow, 2 days.
Yes, it's probably gonna be when I come back here in 2 days. When I come back on in 2 days, probably gonna be kind of started and finished.
Okay. Can I ask you a question?
But I'll read parts of it when I come back on.
Yeah. What day will you come back on if it's in 2 days from now? Today's Thursday.
What is today? What day of the week is today?
He said his strong subject was reading, not weekdays.
We
Not
got
the
to
calendar.
we stretch all boundaries. We push. Today's Thursday. In 2 days. What day? What's in 2 days?
Your Aunt Carol's birthday is in 1 day.
Mhm.
Tomorrow.
Doing anything? Is she doing
Yep.
anything?
I haven't talked to her. Have you?
Nope.
Me either.
Be nice if she came on the show. Then everybody would see her because nobody's seen her.
She made me a promise she would too.
On her birthday?
No, when I took down that video of I took down the video of when it showed her boyfriend in the chair. And I said, okay, I'll take it down if you promise to come on my show. And she said, okay. So
I mean, you need to threaten to put it back up, huh?
I don't know. I don't want to go. I don't want to play that. I don't want to play dirty pool, but I might have to.
Okay. Okay.
I talked to Carol the other day. She seems very content
Yeah.
living up in the canyon.
Yeah. Dean got a haircut today.
Yeah. I think
That's
Gavin's microphone's the one that's popping.
Where do you get a haircut at? Where do you go?
Danielle came over here and cut it out on the back patio, put a mask on.
Oh, the Danielle ticket. I got to
Yeah, she'll call. Yeah,
do that.
she'll come over and see you.
Yeah, that'd be worth it. Just see Elvis.
Yeah.
The singing dog.
Did you see the video that Dawn did with him yesterday? Her and Danielle did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
that
was
was
so
pretty.
cute. Them singing and
Yeah. Elvis sings on key. He doesn't just sing. I had him at my piano one time, and I kept playing different chords, and his howl pitch would change, and it would match the chord.
he loves to sing. So cute.
So he's got perfect pitch.
Yeah.
Well, that's relative pitch, but
Hey, Gavin.
I'm muting Gavin because I think his phone is popping a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Gavin, can you sing? Are you a singer? I know you can dance, but can you sing?
He can.
Can you do the floss? Can you floss?
What's the symbol on your shirt mean?
All right, we gotta log off because I got work to do.
Bye.
Bye. Okay.
Bye. I guess asking him to sing or dance would be too much, huh?
That's a lot. We got a lot out of him today. Look
Yeah,
at
we
that.
did.
Squared up. I think.
Yeah.
Do you think he'll have a story started in 2 days? What do you
Yeah,
think?
I do.
I think he will.
Yep.
And you should. I hope Donnie's watching. There were actually some cool little experiments that were real visual with stuff you can get at home. check them out on my page
Okay.
for all the at-home scientists.
Yeah. The problem is those girls are given assignments. I've been helping Aubrey with hers a little bit, and it's just paper and pencil, busy work assignments. Spell a 1 4-letter word over and over and over again. So to keep yourself from being bored, instead of going and spelling BEGIN, she has to spell it and then she has to spell BEGIN. She just puts BBBBBEEEEE GGGGG. But she doesn't know what she's spelling.
No, that's not.
So much paperwork, I tell you. Dawn decided to download, and I know Dawn's probably listening, so come on, tell me if I'm wrong. But she decided to print everything from back in March, so Aubrey could start to get caught up. And she downloaded it to Kinko's because it's so much you can't do it on your little home printer. It's just lots of little worksheets. I went over this morning and took her a cinnamon roll and got her to do a few pages, 3 or 4.
Well, sis, you've been to the copy room at a school before.
Yeah.
They go through truckloads of paper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Is Donnie going to let them go to school if they open up?
I don't know. I think there's still a question about whether they'll even open up. Given the universities are not going to open in the fall, I don't know. I think they're kind of probably wait to the last minute and see.
I noticed a lot more traffic around town today.
Me too.
It's not that dead ghost town like it has been.
You okay, Dean?
Wash your hands, Dean.
He's limping around. He was just out in the backyard watering. I think he did something to his leg or something.
Okay. What'd you do today, Uncle Joe?
Well, I was just first. I was just going to say I guess there's been like 8 or 10 kids under 12 that have had the virus. Very, very low numbers. I guess the chance of a kid getting it, it's a better chance of getting hit by a car on the way to school. But of course,
I don't believe that. I just believe they're not being tested because they don't get the symptoms.
Well, that's true. And of course, the whole problem is they're not worried about the kids getting it. They're worried about the kids bringing it home. And
they are now because they're saying that it's morphing into some other kind of infections. That is causing different kinds of infections in kids. So the kids may be getting it and they may not even be knowing that that's what it is.
It's going to be here for a long time.
Yeah, I heard, didn't you hear the New York governor talk about that? Does anybody know what I'm talking about?
I don't.
Jennifer, you probably do. Are you there?
Well, no.
Yeah, Janice, you're saying comments, would you come on and say about that?
One of the theories I hear a lot about is the thing, the herd immunity, where basically so many people have to get it before it kind of, doesn't have anywhere else to go or whatever that is. So, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different things out there. There's a lot of different things out there.
Don says we're up to 22 cases in Butte County. So we're up 2 in the last 2 days, or 2 more in the last 24 hours, maybe.
Yeah, but that's not active. That'd be about 4 active cases. Because I think 18 of them have already come and been healed.
No, that's not. I think those are all active. I don't think they're counting the ones that are healed.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know, but I think the numbers are a lot. I don't, for whatever reason, especially in these areas, they're not as high as that they could have been, I guess.
Oh, Don says Joe's right. There's only 4 active. Oh, okay. I never knew that. That's
We've
how it
had
was.
22 and 4 are active, 4 in the last 2 weeks. The 18 before that have gotten through it.
Yeah. So what do you
Okay.
know, Janice, about the kids
Okay,
getting it?
I was watching it on the news right before 4 o'clock, and it showed one little girl with it, and it was horrible. She had a horrible rash. It's coming in all over the world, and it's coming in after the main virus dies out. And their one theory is that the children get the virus and don't know it. Their immune system is so strong they don't have anything. But there's an old illness on all children that they call them post-viral illnesses, and they get them after the virus sets in. And they think their immune systems are so strong that they kill the original virus, but then this one comes on like 2 or 3 weeks later. And right now it's breaking out in Europe and different parts of the Middle East. And now it's coming into the States, and it's not pretty at all. The kids aren't dying, but they run a very high fever, horrible rashes, and
So they're catching a secondary virus?
they think it's what they call a post-viral syndrome. So they've
It's only
they've
kids?
had the corona. They think it's all under suspect, but it's all happening right now. So I don't think they should open up any school this year, because now they're saying the vaccine is still 12 to 18 months away.
Yeah.
And in America is the worst. From all over the world, we're the worst. The whole world has had 1 million something deaths, and America has had almost a third of those deaths of the whole world. We're up like 800,000. It's really, really bad. And I think it's crazy that we're opening up anything.
No, we've had 80,000.
80,000 compared to, no, in all of America, they've had a third of what the whole world has had.
Yeah, a third of the cases, but I think we've only had 80,000.
Of the deaths, if you compared the whole world to America, we've had a third of it in deaths. I was just listening to it before we came on, and then he showed 3 people that died today. I forget what states they were in. 3, and they weren't old at all. One was a grocery. They were all. I think they all 3 were black, and one was a grocery clerk, and I forget what the other 2 did. But I think it's bad. I really do. I think we're going to be on. I think we should plan on living this way till at least the end of the year. They say it's going to be have you been listening to Dr. Bright, Bright? He's putting a whole new theory out there. He's on all the news now, and he said it's going to be the darkest winter in American history if we don't turn around and do something. That we're just not testing. We're not testing. We should be testing everybody, every single person, and we're not. So
It's
the kids.
Dawn says it's Kawasaki's disease the kids are getting.
It's like
Kawasaki or
Kawasaki.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She said
But
there's
they call it a
85,591 deaths.
How many?
85,591
85,000.
U.S. deaths.
Compare that. What is that to 1 million?
3,014 in California.
Maybe I had it wrong. Maybe it wasn't a third, but it's not going anywhere. I mean, it's terrible.
I think there's a good chance there might not ever be a vaccine. I mean, there's a lot of viruses that can't be controlled by vaccines.
Right.
Never got one for the cold after 100 years.
Well,
That's
the
right.
flu isn't 100%. The flu vaccines don't cover every strain.
Or AIDS. There's no vaccine for AIDS, and they put a lot of research into that.
Herpes is a virus. There's no vaccine for that.
No.
They'll probably come out with more and more medicines, maybe. Like right now, they have the one that says in some cases that if you get it, it gets you better quicker if you don't die or doesn't.
I think that's what they'll do. It'll be like AIDS. They won't cure it or vaccine it, but they'll be able to stop people from dying from it.
Yeah.
And I also been hearing is the ventilators actually make your life a lot worse. You know, when the chance of, the complications of the getting put on a ventilator are probably more serious than the disease. I don't know, but I'm hearing more evidence towards that. That you really don't want to be put on a ventilator.
I know
Yeah.
the day I went shopping at Winco early in the morning, and it was quite empty, and I did all the right things. But I got up to the counter, and the lady, she's been there for years, and she didn't have a mask or gloves or anything. And you only need to talk to her for 2 minutes, and you knew where she was. And I said, "No mask?" And she says, "Oh, hell no. Why? That's crazy. I'm not going to wear a mask. Let everybody else wear them." I said, "Oh." And she says, "Nothing's going on anyway." She said, "Have you been reading the news? There's nothing going on in Butte County." And I said, "Well, there are things going on all over." And she said, "What? Give me the numbers." And she was real defensive. And I says, "I don't know the numbers." I said, "I guess it," she says, "Well, I know one thing." She said, "That goddamn Costco, they're going to make me wear a mask in there and I pay to go there. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm ready to sue Costco because they're telling me I have to wear a mask." And I said, "Well, what can I say?" She said, "Well, where do you get your news?" And I said, "I listen to everything, but maybe you better change. Maybe it's the news you're listening to." And I kind of laughed and walked away.
I bet
When
we
you
know
hear
this
that
voted
attitude,
for.
you think, what hope do we have if that many people, and they all seem to be Trump supporters, they all seem to be conservative, that's still too many people out there that you're fighting to get anywhere with it.
Well, if what you believe is true, then probably those will be the first. Those should get it a lot more.
Well, they have it in the White House. You'd think. You wonder when their own family starts getting it, what maybe they'll change their attitude. But anyway, that's my say. I'll go. I got to get out of here. I look horrible.
No, you
I'm
don't.
waiting for Danielle. My appointment is next week sometime.
We all look horrible.
You look fine.
We're all old.
We're all
I
old.
only see a half a face. Oh, there it is.
Old ain't horrible. It's just old.
Old, God. Yep.
What happens? It's the circle.
There it is.
We're lucky to be old, I guess.
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
The alternatives is probably not as good.
You know, when you think about tomorrow, Carol turns 80. That's 7 of us out of the, isn't it 7 of us out of the 9 children? They're in their 80s. Carol, Danny, me, Khaki, Celeste, and Donna. That is amazing. 7 of us in our 80s.
They ought to do a study on you guys.
I know. It's unbelievable.
9 brothers and sisters over 65. That's got to be kind of rare.
I know.
It
I'm
is.
thinking Mom had 10 kids. Mom had 7 kids in 10 years.
Yeah, I think Khaki had 10 and 18 years. Something like that.
Well, Cac had hers all together, and Mom had 7, and then 5 or 6 years later had 3 more. But
9 years. She waited 9 years and had 3 more.
9 years, yeah.
Shelly, where's your dad? Is he ever come and watch this show? We need to get Uncle Dan on here.
I know I keep telling Danny on Word Game to get on, but he never answers me. So,
Does he play word games with you?
yeah. I beat him sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes.
He says Patrick is pure hell.
Patrick cheats.
I cheat, though.
He uses
He uses these science words that nobody ever heard of.
It's because I cheat. I openly cheat. But hey, I have no pride.
By the way, is Sis still there? I have to ask her a question. I tried to call her and she was taking a nap.
I don't know, but you could ask.
Oh, well, you know, I got the new iPad all straightened out. But after she left, and I've been working on it for 48 hours off and on, I cannot get the Word Game or my email to transfer over. I've been in and out of the passwords and everything, and I just can't get those 2 things. So
it should be because the email's not part of the iPad; it's on the cloud. for everybody.
I know, but I didn't use cloud on the old machine, on the old one. I never used cloud.
Well,
And on
no,
this one, everything is on cloud, but
Your
email isn't on it.
yeah, the email's on the internet. It's not on your all your emails are not on your phone. They're are on the iPad. They're on the internet. So you can go anywhere and get on anyone's computer and check your email. So it's
I know,
not,
but I wanted to come into this new one you bought me.
well, you can, but that's what I'm telling you. You can go on any computer in the world and check your email. Anyone.
I
Your old,
want to receive mail on this iPad.
okay. All you got to do is enter the password.
That's where I get in trouble. No matter what the heck I enter, they say it's wrong.
Okay.
I can't do passwords. They just don't work.
You got to learn to do passwords.
I've been trying for 30 years. I just
You
don't-
write them down. It's important.
Maybe Joe will come over and straighten it all out for me. I don't know.
Here's my passwords.
Ooh, take a screenshot.
Well, I've decided to get rid of all of them and just do one.
Here's. Yeah, I can relate. I can relate.
There you go. Why don't you just use one or two?
It's not good track. You still have to, if you have hundreds of accounts like that, or 100 accounts, you still have to, if you use one or two, you still have to know which one or two you've used. Anyway, keep them, write them down.
Yeah,
Use
I do. I have them all written down in a separate book for each thing, but I'm having trouble.
How's
Well,
Dan doing
maybe
today?
I'll call Sis tonight and have her, maybe she can help me by phone. I don't know. I'll read the comments and see what she's saying.
She's not, I haven't seen her on here.
Oh, okay.
How's Dan?
How's Dan doing?
He's okay. He has to go in and get his lung drained again. I think a week from Friday. It's like an hour procedure. A little bit painful, but they call up and take him in about every 8 weeks. He's getting real skinny. He doesn't think he's thin, but he's very, very thin. But other than that, we're fine.
Feed him better.
Feed him better.
Give him higher calories.
Appetite. I know I got him to eat ice cream, so he eats ice cream every day.
That'll do it.
Yeah, I hope so.
That will do it. Make a milkshake. They're so good.
I know I do. I make that. Yeah. So, okay. Well,
Khaki,
how is Becky's mom doing?
Lori. How's Lori doing, Joe?
Lori's still going through chemo. I guess she has a shot to beat the whole thing. She had brain tumors and they got rid of all those with
Wow.
radiation. Now she's going through chemo for cancer in her lungs.
Oh my gosh.
And Becky says she has a shot.
Wow.
I think she could do it. Her boyfriend just passed away a couple days ago. He
Oh,
had
no.
bladder cancer.
He had what?
Bladder
Oh my
cancer.
gosh. And then her girlfriend had the same cancer she had, right?
Lori's girlfriend?
Didn't they have the same thing? They went to the doctor and had the same thing?
Who? Lori? And
Lori and a girlfriend. That's what I thought I heard.
I don't know anything about that.
Well,
Where's she
Diane
getting
goes
treated, Joe?
tomorrow.
What's that?
Where's she getting treated?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Orville, maybe? Orville or Davis.
Okay.
I know she's gone to both, so I don't know where she goes.
Well, you
Yeah,
know,
a lot of drama. Becky's just finished her last radiation.
How'd she get through that? Okay. Is she feeling okay?
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna go. Diane goes in tomorrow for a full body scan. I think it's tomorrow, so she'll know what's ahead of her too.
Does Diane have cancer?
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, she found out this week, and she goes in for a full scan to see if it metastasized. So put her in your prayers tomorrow.
Hmm.
Okay, guys, I'm going. I'll be watching.
All righty. Thank you for stopping in.
Okay, bye.
Yeah, we've had some rough health news lately in our family, which
It's going to get worse.
it could be worse. I'm going to take my mom off of here.
It's going to be something all the time for a long time.
Yeah, statistics wise, I think we're going to go through a rough patch. I hope, I hope not, but it's inevitable.
Yeah, there'll come that day we'll start falling like dominoes, checking out.
Unless it all gets checked out before us and we watch the big the apocalypse. But let's leave this on a lighter note. So are you back to work?
Yeah, we got the crew going. Most of
I talked to Dylan. He said that you tell him that there's work, but his dad says there isn't.
I don't know what's going on with that. That's between Steve and Dylan. Steve always asks me if Dylan can work, and I've never said no. I always say yeah. And the other day I said, Steve, you don't have to ask. If you want to use Dylan, just bring him. So that's between Steve and Dylan.
Okay.
Dylan's welcome to work anytime he wants. So I don't know if it's Dylan that don't want to work or Steve don't want him there. I don't know.
So you've put a lot of family guys to work, haven't you, over the years?
Well, it's safer. Yeah. Yeah.
Quite a few. Even me. I put in a few hours for you in my life.
Yeah, you've done painting. You were a good painter.
No, actually not really.
I remember giving you $8 an hour, I think, at that time.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I painted. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing. I don't mind it so much. I paint my house quite a bit. So
It's in our blood. If you're descendant of my dad, you're good with a brush, even if you've never done it.
yeah, it's not so bad.
I remember when Becky and Barney was like 5 and 6, I gave them a can of paint and a brush and let them paint something, and they did a great job. That's a shock curse.
Yeah. No. Yeah, there's been a number of painters in our family. I've done a little bit, not nearly. Not Steven's been working. He's been painting a long time for you, right? 40 years, maybe?
Well, since the early 90s at least, maybe longer, maybe the 80s.
Yeah, we're going on like 40 years.
Yeah. Steve's one of the best workers I've ever had.
He's a good worker, isn't he?
He's a real good worker. He takes it real serious. And I'll tell you, I've had a lot of guys running crews over the years, and I've had a lot of grief from homeowners. And when I put Steve in charge 20 years ago, those nighttime phone calls stopped.
That's
They
good.
just stopped.
Good employees are actually very difficult to find, and I don't have that much experience, but I talk to a lot of store owners, and it's just difficult to get a good employee.
It's really difficult. I keep maybe 1 out of every 10 I hire will last more than 3 or 4 months.
No, one of the big complaints of store owners, they say they don't call and they don't show up. It's like you can't have that when they just don't show up and don't call.
Would you close my door? Never mind. Not you.
I'm going to drop that link because we've got about 5 more minutes before we're going to wrap this bad boy up today. I can't believe it's already Thursday.
Did you think of any ideas for podcast?
I've discussed a couple with you. I tell you what you need to do is check out Twitch and go to the podcast station and check out YouTube Live and just scan them and just see what works, what their viewerships are, and that I've gotten a lot of ideas. I don't always use them, but
Yeah, I was thinking you're talking about painting. You could almost have like a a podcast of a home improvement podcast, and you have David, Dennis, me, you.
Not
So
me.
people could call in and ask about gardening, soil, painting,
That might be a good idea.
fixing an electrical. But the thing is with podcasts, I've been kind of looking into it. The thing is, you want to focus in on pretty much one subject, and unless you get real famous like Joe Rogan or Howard Stern or whatever, and you can do anything. But that's the whole thing. The difference between podcast and radio. Radio, they touch on a lot of subjects, but they don't go very deep with anything.
Mhm.
But the main idea of the podcast is to stick to one area and then be able to delve deep into it.
For at least one show, yeah.
So that's one idea I had, because there's so many
I think David had something similar to that too a while back.
guys, in the family, and
That might be, yeah. NPR had a show for a long time.
part of that, huh?
I think NPR had a show for a long time about the two car guys. So every Saturday they had an hour or so where people called in about their cars. That was very popular.
Right. Yeah, I don't think you want to do it every day. I think once, twice a week.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got to come up with different topics.
But that's one way to have multi people on board that are knowledgeable, about one subject, like a house.
Yeah.
And that's just one way to go about it.
Did you hear me griping yesterday about my customer who didn't get their package?
No.
Right. Okay. Here, I'm going to go over because it didn't even end yesterday. Lady ordered a package from Florida, about $150 order. I shipped it. She emailed me a couple days ago and said she never got her package. So I looked into it. Shipping said it arrived. So I didn't even tell her that. I just said, hey, listen, I'll put one in today, but do you have a different address? And she said no. Anyways, it went back and forth. I took the package to the post office with the address she gave me. It wasn't a valid address. People don't understand that. So I came back. Then she ordered last night. She ordered me. She ordered, and this is, by the way, once I ship something and it's got a tracking number, I'm off the hook. At that point, that's Amazon's problem. But I wanted to give this lady customer service and just replace it, no questions asked. I wanted her to have the product. So then, after she ordered me, no, you will send this to that same address. I refunded her money instantly. I don't care. And every time she orders from me again, I'm going to refund her money. I know that's being a prick, but I tell you what, I have a half a dozen emails where she would just not cooperate with me whatsoever. Wouldn't even tell me what the address was. And
yeah, I call that red flags. I deal with them all the time.
She ordered me to send it to that address, and I just said, you got a full refund. Thank you very much. And if she orders again, I'm just going to immediately refund her money. No.
I'd say maybe that's worked with all the men in your life, but doesn't work with everybody, lady.
No, it was frustrating, and I wanted to make her happy. I wanted to get it out yesterday, less than 24 hours when she told me, and I was trying to do everything right. Eat all that money. I didn't care, but she just wouldn't allow me to. She would not allow me to do it. And I will quit taking her orders. That's what I will do. And you know what? She won't get the best fertilizer you can buy, by the way, which is sponsored by Green Bicycle.
You had the whole thing planned right from the start.
No,
I get about one customer a year, sometimes two, that are just impossible to deal with.
No, yeah, they're out there. And you're going to find them. And it's like, man.
So what you got to do, what I do, you don't talk to your customers directly. I do. So I talk to them a little bit, and I ask certain questions, and I look for certain things. And like if somebody says, I got to warn you, I'm a perfectionist, I'm out of there. It's like, okay, have a nice day.
No, believe it or not, I put my phone number right on my packages, and it's my direct phone number, which is probably unusual. But I talk to a lot of customers, and it kind of blows them away. So one of the best compliments I'll get is they'll say, "Oh, you sound like the guy in the videos." That's always funny.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of companies we think are big companies, and it's some guy working out of his office.
No, it's all smoke and mirrors. Another thing I do I think is important, and I got someone in our family said it was a kiss-ass move, but every customer gets a handwritten note from me in a sticker. I put their name on it, and I give them a little note and put my name. And I think that's what's gotten me all over the United States, to be honest with you.
Well, I thought you didn't do your own shipping.
I only do Amazon. I want that control. I like doing that.
Shut up.
She's in heat.
She screams. Every time she comes into the room, she comes in screaming.
She's,
It's just a habit she developed. Doesn't mean nothing. She just screams her way in.
okay. Maybe her and Elvis ought to get together.
Damn cats.
Well, is there anything else important you want to get off your chest? Otherwise,
Nope.
let's wrap this
No,
up.
I'm done.
Let's wrap this animal up.
Just hoping you filled time a little bit today.
We did an hour. I feel I did my part. Thank you for coming on.
All right.
Let's do a YouTube show, Joe. I'm serious. Let's do a YouTube show. Just download StreamYard. We'll play around with it a little bit. In fact,
You got to have a subject.
we'll have subject. Okay, Joe, don't listen to this, okay? Just plug your ears for a second. Everybody, Joe thinks he doesn't come off well on these shows. I think Joe comes off very well on these shows, and he's ready to go. He's ready to go prime time, and we just got to convince him of that. Okay, you can listen now, Joe. Having said that, there you go. Perfect. That's what you do. Let's say goodbye together, everybody. Peace, good night, and have a great night. Oh, I'm by myself. Have a great night. Get a good night's sleep. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And we're out of here. Just like that.